What's going on, guys? It's Nick Reyes. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build your first room in Spatial using Vectory. If you don't know what Vectory is, it's a 3D modeling tool which you can use on the browser instead of having to download a software. Um, it's very easy to use, especially if you're a beginner. It's much more friendlier if you want to get into 3D modeling um, without jumping in the Blender right away, or if you want to take a different approach where it's less features right away, so you could just get used to the basics. So I'm gonna show you guys a room that we have right now, and then I'll show you how I created it. So let me see right here. So I would show you the VOC gallery right now, but I had imported this wrong GLB file, and then next thing you know, it keeps crashing every time I open up the room. So I'm going to show you guys something right now. I'm going to change the environment and show you a, let me see, let's see, this might work. Okay, gotcha. I'm going to scale this up to about, let's say 7. Alright. So as you can see around me right now, we're inside of one of the early builds of the VOC gallery. It shows our portal right here, a ring around it. Over here we have these containers with glass surrounding it. We have our VOC frame on the wall, and an empty room over here, which we ended up filling up with portraits. So I built that entire room directly through Vectory. I'll show you right now what it looked like. Let me open this up. And Vectory is also free, by the way, so you don't even have to pay anything to use it. And it's very intuitive, very fast, simple. Alright, so here is what it looks like. Let me focus over here, and then alright. So this is what it looks like in Vectory before importing. And so how I did it was through the process of shapes, using squares, rectangles, planes, and just adjusting their heights, adjusting their width, and changing, the colors of them as well as the opacity on them. So I'm gonna create a brand new room right now, and then we're gonna create our first room using Spatial. So first what I do is I go to the top left, there's a square box over here. You'll be able to either, just press it, or you can drag it, and then it'll go to a specific location that you want to put it at. You can use box, sphere, cone, cylinder, tubes, torus, polyhedrons, planes, or even 3D text. So we're gonna use a square for now, and then we're gonna make it go from a round to complete sharp edges. On the side, this side anchor over here, if you pull that down, it'll smooth the shape. If you pull the side one, it'll make the width go inwards or extended outwards. If you go to the top anchor, you can pull the rectangle or the square down. So you can pretty much use these aspects to create whatever shape it is that you're trying to create. So for now, we're gonna start with a floor. We'll lower this down a bit, and I'll extend the floor out this way and this way. Alright, let's see. Control Z on that to redo that. I'll bring it out a little bit more. And alright, this seems like a good shape right here. So now we want to create the walls. I'll take another square and drag that over here, and then this time I'll use just this anchor, and I'll make the square skinnier. I'll go to that top anchor, make it sharp, and then I can use over here the gizmo, this thing that has these arrows. It's known as a gizmo. It's how you're able to control the dimensions, whether you want it to go up, down, or side to side. So the blue one would allow the shape to go upwards, up and down. The green one with the arrow facing, that way. Well, I guess it was horizontally. That allows you to move it horizontally. And then this one you can go side to side, the red one. And then the lines on the sides allow you to, with the lines with the curves, allow you to rotate in different dimensions. So we'll control Z after messing with that. And now we'll position our object. So you can actually, if I want, at the bottom left, you can click on the different letters like Y. They'll snap you to different camera locations, so it allows you to see things from a view that's a bit more clear than if it was in a three-dimensional. It allows you to go two-dimensional. And so now I'll extend the wall out a bit more, so we can get it across the entire box. And extend it a bit more. Let's see. That's pretty good. Right there. Alright. Let's see. Oops. Alright. Now let's check this side. That side is pretty good. So now what we could do is we can just start pasting them. So we can click Control C to copy that shape, and we can click Control V to paste the shape again. And now we'll have the same size. What we can do is now we just click on this the blue circle, and you can hold shift and use the mouse to rotate it, and it'll snap it to different degrees. We wanted this to put it at a 90 degree, and now we can move it to the spot that we want it to be at for this wall. So we can put it right there, snap it in place, and this wall is a bit bigger now that I think about it. So let me extend that out a bit more. Alright, this should be good. You can actually use also the middle wheel, the scroll wheel on your mouse to zoom in and out, and you can use the right mouse button to move the screen, and the left mouse button to move your direction, to look around with the mouse. So I'll zoom in, come over here, I'll click Control C on here, Control V, and we'll just move this to this side now and position that where it needs to be. And then we can Control C, Control V again, copy and paste that side, and we can bring that over here. And now we have a room. We have a square, we have a floor, and we have some walls. So now we can extend the walls as well. We can hold shift and click on each wall, and then at the top we can hold shift and click on the blue square right here, so that we can bring it up higher. So now we have some walls. We could probably bring it, that's a good size right there. And we're able to put a ceiling now if we want as well. Technically we'd be able to click Control C, Control V on the floor, and then bring the floor up here if we'd like. We could zoom in and then come on the inside. for now I won't have a ceiling. And so now we have the overall shape of what we're trying to go for. Now if you'd like, we can, on Vectory, you're able to check on the right side, it'll say material. Currently they have their own material library that you're able to choose from if you'd like, and you can choose different selection of woods. I'll show you guys an example right now. So they have, here's what one of the woods look like. Here's another one, and here's a white type of wood that they have. You're able to mess with the colors if you like. You can adjust the hues, saturation, the brightness if you like, the contrast. You can get, a little gritty, down to the gritty with the adjuster slides. You can go to transform and you can do tiling. So you can tile it to, if there's a certain type of way that you want to go about it, you can do that. We're able to go, they have currently a wide variety of different categories for their materials. So they have wood, metal, concrete, glass, fabric, plastic, cable, car paint, wall, stone, shape, ground, flooring, flakes, and so on. Right? So let's say we want to put stone. We can put a marble glossy wall actually on, and then we can click on this wall, and if we want we can make it easier. On under the material tab right here, there's a eyedropper with an M. We can click on that, and then it'll allow us to click any wall or any object that we have that has a material on it, and we'll be able to replicate that material just like that. So we can click on this wall, I can put that material, click on this one, and apply the same material again. Bam. Now we can choose a floor if we want. Let's say we want to go with some, I don't know. Let's say we want to do some rocks. Alright. So we can do that. And now we have a room, we have materials that we can add. We can mess with the roughness on the rocks if we'd like. You can mess with the material as much as you like. You can put the metalness up. You can put the roughness down, metal up. Or you can, make it completely dry, put the roughness all the way up. We'll put it there so we can give it a little bit more definition. You can adjust the opacity if you like, and then you can have something else under the rocks as well. It's completely up to what you want to do. You can put emission to make it glow a bit. You can take, adjust the normal map as well. And then there's advanced options where you can mess with different things such as the clear coat, refraction, subsurface, and different things like that. And so what we're able to do now is, and you're also able to mess with the geometry on the walls. So if you like, we can click convert to geometry, and then we can click edit geometry, and this allows us to, if we would like, we can extrude a certain type of wall. We can, bring it back inwards. If you'd like, we're able to bevel. We can bevel this, and then we're able to, go at a certain spot. There we go. And then if you like, we can, we can remove that. So now we have this insert right here. Now we have a sort of like a window type of thing right here. And so on the inside it looks a bit wonky. I'm not sure if it'll look exactly like that in Spatial or not, but if it were, we'd be able to go back, and then you'd be able to, add the extra walls and everything on there to make it appear back again. You can make a circle as well with different things. There's multiple options right here. You can cap open boundaries. So if there's a hole, just like how there was right there, we're able to fill it back in. You can weld things. You can get freaky with it, pretty much, is what I'm trying to get at. And so, let's say that we want to export just this right here. We want to make this our new room. At the top left, you'll see the three lines, the hamburger, so people call it, and you'll be able to see the words export. If you go there, there will be a option that says file format. You can click on that, and you want to choose GLB or GLTF. In terms of spatial, GLB is the better alternative. It's a bit shorter in file size, if I'm not mistaken, and it's I guess more optimized. However it is, you're able to mess with the texture size. So if you want, 2048 at 2K resolution, you could do that. The texture quality, you can put it up to 100%. You can either export the selection only, or you can export everything. Usually I just click export. I just leave it unselected so it exports everything. And then when you're ready and you have your room and you want to bring it into Spatial, we click download. And now when you're ready to import your room, you can hop onto spatial.io. You can click create a space if you'd like. For now, I'm going to go into a room that we already have. Let me see. I'll go into the room that we already had right there. And so what would happen is we'll click the bottom three dots, and then you'll go to environment, and you want to either choose new environment, or we'll update and replace the environment. And so here's where we're able to bring in our own either FBX or GLTF or a GLB format. The GLB format will be the most easiest because it contains the object and all the textures embedded in the file, so you don't have to have separate textures that you have to import and so forth. So we'll click keep position, and when you first bring it in, right, it'll say how does your environment look. So right now this is a very small box. This isn't optimal if we wanted to have 10 of our friends in here. So what you want to do is you want to click edit on how does your environment line up, and at the bottom you'll see scale. So we're able to scale that up if you like. So we'll make this, let's say 30, and then we'll put that right there. So now it'll spawn us on top of it, and we have a floor that we're able to walk on, walls that we're able to not go through. They have the colliders on them and so forth. And then whenever you want now, let's say you want to start adding things to your room. So if you want to add some furniture and make a chill spot for you and your friends, you can bring this on the new furniture update that Spatial just released recently. You can click on furniture and you can just drag and drop it into your area. You're able to click on it and you can change the dimensions of it, whatever it is that you want to do. And so we'll bring this up a bit, and then you're able to scale it. You're able to make a huge couch if you want, and then it's up to you really. And then you're able to also sit on the couch. Let me see. Sometimes it works for me. Sometimes it doesn't. But other people, especially if you're on your phone, you can just click on it and then it'll teleport you onto it, and you'll be able to sit on it. And we can bring out here. We could bring this here. And if you wanted to bring, let's say, an empty frame, you wanted to put a picture frame on the wall, we can click on this, bring it over here, and let's say we want to add this photo to it, right? So now I can click on it. I can scale this image up. I can look at the wall to make sure that it is flushed against the wall, and Z will make it go side to side, X will make it go to the wall or out from the wall. And then right as you can see, one side is more into the wall than the other, so we'll mess with the rotation a bit until it looks pretty even. And now let's say that this is good, so that I'm not sitting here this entire time messing with that. So now we have a portrait on the wall, and people are able to click on it. You're able to view it. If we'd like, we can also duplicate it, and then we can bring it to another spot, and we can click the X to bring it to the other side of the wall, just in case if we duplicated it and moved it to the side, it might have went outside the wall. We can move the X and then it'll come past the wall so we can see it again. So now if you want to change this one, you can click on the portrait, we can click replace, and we can add another NFT or another photo, and there you guys got it. That's how you guys that's how you guys use Vectory to create your own room and then import it into Spatial so that you can play with your friends. This is a really good tool that I use as well. That's how I built the VLC gallery. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, if you guys have any other ideas that y'all need help with on how to, import things into Spatial or whatever it is, you can leave a comment below and then I'll make a video on it and let you know how to do it. Peace. Have a good one.